You're techie and I hate you.
Sorry. Okay. It's hot.
Yeah. All right, that was something.
Cool.
I don't know what we
Is
got.
that okay?
But
Was any of that
I
okay?
think there's a lot to
There's a
work
lot to
with.
pull from.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first ever episode of The Shred. We're your hosts, Lisa Shea Mundt,
Amber Hart.
of the Pulse of GovCon in conjunction with Eastern Foundry. The Shred, we are here to tear GovCon a new one.
Lisa, what is the pulse of GovCon?
That's a good question, Amber, and we get asked it all the time. We like to call ourselves a boutique market intelligence firm. Amber, what is Eastern Foundry?
They're a community for government contractors based in a really cool building up here in Roslyn, and that's where we're shooting here today, and they're super fun too, and they're a startup like us.
Our episode today is entitled 4 Reasons Why That BD Guy or Gal That You Hired Is Not Working Out For You.
Raise your hand if you've ever had a bad experience with a BD person.
Reason number 1 why that BD or guy or gal is not working out for you. You believed that your target customer loved them.
No one loves anybody.
Nobody loves you.
Your mama might love you, but no one loves anybody because we're all capitalists here. And all we want is for someone to go ahead and do the work they say they're going to do when they say they're going to do it at the cost they're going to do it.
Yeah, honestly, one of the biggest issues that we have when we've been proposal consultants in the past is when we meet with somebody and they go, oh, well, this one is in the bag because the customer loves us. And people really believe it, just wholeheartedly. There's a lot of charlatans in this industry, and it's really easy to claim that somebody likes you enough to give you money, but because you don't have to back it up with any actual facts.
So here's what you do. You hire a BD person that's willing to work hard, put in the hours, and that understands it's about customer relationship management. That you can walk into any office, anywhere, sell your services and capabilities, and pivot and be able to represent your company the correct way.
Issue number 2. You hired the wrong person because you didn't put out the right job description. And this would have been for a couple of different reasons, right? You didn't know the difference between a BD analyst, a BD manager, a capture manager.
A proposal manager.
Don't you do that. That's a cardinal sin.
A proposal writer.
Don't compare the two. They're
A
not the same.
portfolio manager.
So you got the wrong person because you had the wrong JD out.
Or you were looking to combine everything into one and look for a unicorn. And everyone, let's just hard stop there. It's too much. It's not what you need, even as a small business. Don't go and do that. You didn't know what you're looking for before you go out and look for it, because there's a lot of people out here that kind of just fake and make their way through the industry.
Amber, haven't you built your whole career on faking it until you make it?
I have. Don't tell anyone that, though.
That's an industry secret. So what are the differences, honestly, between all of them? Your proposal manager should be a completely separate function. Please don't combine it.
They're gonna burn out. You're not gonna get any ROI back for the investment you have just made there.
Somebody that's gonna go online and do your market research is a very different person than who's going to manage the relationships with your customers.
Or get out there and get into meetings. You want them away from their computer, outside of GovCon, shaking hands, walking down the hallways, going to events, and just moving and shaking around. And then that person is who passes it off to your capture manager or your proposal manager to make sure that you are kind of streamlining all of the work that you've already put in. A guy that comes in at $200K that has 20 years of experience and is beloved by Navy is not going to come in and help you write proposals at midnight on a Tuesday after your kids have been up screaming and yelling.
I'll barely do that. Reason number 3 that BD guy or gal is not working out for you. You came with them with a plan saying the plan is to grow the bottom line.
Fun story. I went through this experience not too long ago.
Growing the bottom line does not a plan make.
No.
Amber, what was your experience with this?
Well, I worked at a small business for 1 year. They expected about 12,000 already on their GSA schedules, and within 3 months, they pulled me in their office and said, "Why? Why, Amber? Why?"
Why didn't you grow the bottom line?
And
What
I
were you
said,
doing?
I just got my first call from a contracting officer like last week.
What have you been doing all day?
I don't know, just making 800 phone calls and going to a bunch of meetings, and only one contracting officer had called me back, and that was a victory for me. I'm super proud. They deflated my balloon, and you will deflate their balloon too if you expect that type of money and those type of contracts within 3 months.
This is not the commercial world. This is government contracting. And if you want a short turnaround
Not
time,
for the week.
it's not for the week. You need to get in a different market if that's the case. The acquisition life cycle takes time, and it's frustrating. We get it.
Go down to the junior league.
We wanna grow the bottom line. We all do. But it's not a realistic plan.
No, and the government does not move at a 3 months pace, not even a 6 months pace. So what can you do differently?
Well, it's why BD people burn out so quickly too, right? Or why they get fired or let go, and why you'll see somebody hop from company to company to company. Number 4, your BD people are not properly incentivized. Why does it matter?
Money, money, money!
You don't have a plan in place to actually incentivize these folks to go out and sell.
It's really hard in government contracting to set an incentive plan because it's such a unique industry, because things push rates. Sometimes it's not your fault, right? So that's hard. So what kind of incentives can you put in place, or what kind of plan can you build around that's actually manageable? You know, actually setting expectations. We want to get into a new portfolio, which is a new agency. You know, start by subcontracting, start by teaming. See if you change in FTEs, like make an FTE count number, or maybe, hey, we want to get on this schedule or something. Set an actual reasonable metric, an incentive for that, you know, then should always be money. Everyone likes money.
I mean, here's a hot tip. Your plans should be actionable.
Weird. With metrics?
Amazing.
But you should actually think about making your own performance requirement summary and actually making that out so everything's actionable for your team.
When it comes down to the actual relationship management aspect of business development, you have to incentivize properly.
You have to get them out there. You have to make an actionable plan every day that says, hey, here are the metrics. Get back to the basics with them and just make it easy.
Give them a comms plan.
Put a cash bonus up against that or something and call it a day.
But keep in mind the whole time the different acquisition lifecycle timeline. Don't also penalize your BD people. Incentivize them without penalizing them.
This is a different type of industry that runs it on a different type of timeline. And rather than trying to change that and speed that up, we just need to work better within that process as well.
Absolutely. You know, we started this because we know it's not enough just to sit here and bitch about the problems in our industry. We also need to come together and try to think of some solutions. And that's where we need you all.
So why don't we get together and have a little chat?
A little conversation, a little fireside chat.
I don't think they have fire at Eastern Foundry. There is a fireplace. Never mind.
What we do want is for you guys to come out and have an open forum conversation about the ways that you guys have implemented approaches to fix some of the problems that we brought up today.
So come to Eastern Foundry and talk to us about how you are being impacted by these problems or how you found solutions to these problems, because all of us working together makes the world a better place.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Well, that's our show. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today for the first ever episode of The Shred.
Yeah.
You want to say anything?
No, it's good.
Okay.
I don't need to say anything.
Okay.
What do I need to say?
I don't know. Like, it's like Sister Act, just without singing or nuns.